Welcome, everybody. Now let's get started with Git and GitHub. And as you can see, I am on 10 days of Git and GitHub page. I will just follow this page to teach you about Git and GitHub. But I would like to ask you, what is Git and GitHub? What's Git itself? Maybe you may say something about it. I want to know from you.
Is it code? Oops.
Okay, go ahead.
Is it code repository site where you can store your codes?
Yes, Git actually by itself, it's the software that allows to control different versions. Yeah, that's how the definition goes. What does that really mean? Controlling different versions. Okay, I may just have something, for instance, I may just show you something. I can open here. Okay, I can just bring this. Yeah, do you see this notepad? Just online editor. I want to write something, okay? Just I open it. You don't have to have it. Oh, I love Python. I enjoy. No, I am just practicing how to write some statement, or I'm writing an application letter, and sometimes you just do not like to change it, because if you change it, you will not get it. So what do? You save it, right? You save it as in a backup. You may call it application later 1, 2, something. When you work on a Microsoft Word, is that, don't you do this on daily basis, guys? You may write a CV or an application letter or whatsoever. You just write something, and then at some point you never know what to modify. And even if you modify, you feel that you are losing some of the materials you've been working. So instead, you want to have first the backup. And after you save it as in a backup, you work on a different version, right? Have you heard this? I used the version. Now you have a different version. I can maybe save this, maybe if it's saved, I'm not sure if this saves or not. As you can see now, file 2, or maybe application method proofread, maybe proof. Yeah, but it's already downloaded. But anyway, in some systems, sometimes you will have different version of what you want to write. So this Git and the GitHub actually, I mean, especially the Git software, I will just take you, as you can see, we have it here. If I just take, so Git is a free and open source distributed version control system. It's a software designed to handle everything from small to very large projects with speed and efficiency. Yeah, so you want to have version 1, version 2, version 3. So it's a way to track different version of your software or your code. So I want to be sure that everybody understood the purpose before I move on. Did you understand the purpose? Can you just write 1 to the chat if you got what I was trying to explain? You just write 1 for me on the just 1. In that case, not the like, 1 would be nice, because that the terms in something, yeah, that will just create a pop-up and a noise. Yeah, write one for me on this. Yes, just you can write this for me. It's so easy, just a key and then I can move on. Yeah, it's you just manage to control different versions. What does that control means actually? Create, you can say, to create different, you can say it allows you to create different versions, but I don't understand that the last one, but I don't understand the last one. Which one do you mean? You may ask a question. Version. Okay, version means okay, a new version, old version. Yeah, so version means part, or for instance, a new version of something, an old version of something. Did you get now? For instance, you may have a mobile phone, okay? Now you have a mobile phone of an old version of the Nokia or Huawei, and you may have the new version. Is it clear? So whenever we say version, yes, I think now you should say something. Yeah, great, Nabiyu. Yeah, so yeah. Sometimes you may be run out of some words if some of the words are hard for you guys, for people who are okay. But let's move on. Version means different part, different kind. Okay. Great, then what do we do? As you can see, this Git detects my operating system. So I'm using Windows, and it says like latest source release, and then just click over here and just wait for a while. Yeah, now it's done. I had it already, but you can't follow me if you don't see, so I have to run it again. I have to install this. I have to click it and wait for some time, and it's asking me to click this. Just click yes, and then install, and just wait for some time. I'm waiting for it, and yeah, let's finish this, but just finish. That's all. It opened this when I just finished it. This is just a kind of document or a documentation to read. You don't have to read it. Yeah, but I felt that you didn't understand what this version control means very well. Maybe, just let's do some marketing here. Now I just opened Google Doc, and it will allow me to create different version. Okay, I may say, for instance, Python bootcamp. Yes. Hello, everyone. I will be running a Python bootcamp on the 1st of August 2020. You should run as fast as you can to join this amazing bootcamp. You will great learning experience whatsoever. Have you seen now? You know, this is the maximum I can write at the moment because this is what it comes to my mind. But you know, I don't like to also edit this. The option I should have is actually to create a copy of that. Yeah, I can say, make a copy of this, and then I can just a new version, another new, or you can say one or something, the new version. I have this as a backup. Now I can work. Yeah, but I will be running a Python bootcamp on 1 August. You should, oh, I forgot to run as fast as you can to join this amazing bootcamp. Yeah, it sounds like a joke, right? It sounds like it was not written by a proper marketer, so it needs some fixing. So I have a chance to fix this without losing the original because I have the original here, the backup. That is, we call it version. So how about now, guys? Do we have to deal with version anymore? No, right? This is version. So when you hear this version control tool whatsoever, Git is a free and open source distributed version control system. So this software allows you to control different versions. That means under the hood, it saves different versions. You can create 100 versions. Yeah, great. Okay, what did we write on here? Basic command lines. You know, before the advancement of computer, programmers or people who were using computer, they usually use commands, not graphical user interface. What does that graphical user interface? For instance, you know, to create a folder, I can come here, guys, this is the photo you have, so whatsoever. This is, as you can see, I have here a graphical user interface. I can see and touch and create something or a folder. So I can use this, the graphical interface, the clicking and the creating. So create, I create, and I can name it anything. I can call it, for instance, Python or JavaScript or whatsoever. So this is graphical user interface test. But before graphical user interface, people usually use the command line here, CMD. CMD, you have to come here and write CMD, and you should open the command prompt. So this is the Microsoft command prompt, and you can see what you have, and you can navigate. I can see CD, that means change directory. What does that directory means actually? Any folder, we call it directory. Yeah, a folder, we name it directory. So the one directory, another directory. This is not a directory, this is an image, a snapshot of your videos. Okay, so it's an image, but any folder, we call it directory. So we can go to actually CD. CD is just an abbreviation to say change directory to desktop. As you can see now, I am in the desktop. And if I say dir means directory, and it gives me all the directories. But you know, this Windows command prompt is not really nice. And no, most people do not use it. Instead, we use Linux commands, okay? But just to show you, we can also open this, the PowerShell, or the Windows command prompt, okay? We can create from here, make dir and create, for instance, I can say, I love people. It's a directory, by the way. Okay, just I'm doing it and I have to have it here. I love people. It's a folder, but it's empty. Yeah. Okay, you can do almost anything you can using also the command prompt, but most people use the Linux command, so we will use that. So I have to exit from here. And I want to destroy also these folders. So if you remember, we installed Git, right? As you can see, it is here, and then I can launch it. The Git also gave me the same kind of a black screen, right? Yeah. So now we will learn step by step how to use the basic command lines. I will read this part of the text. Developers need to know basic Unix commands. By the way, you don't have to have many commands. If you really know the basics, you are just okay. Some tasks are really or some tasks really need this Linux command to deal with. So Mac terminal or window command prompt or git bash allow us to use commands. So whenever we say command lines, actually something we work on here, or the command prompt or Mac terminal. We don't use the mouse, okay? For instance, if I'm here, I'll never use, once you open, you just write. Everything you write is actually a command. No mouse, no pointer here. Okay, great. And the same goes here, git bash. But what's the difference between the git bash and the command prompt? This supports a Linux command. So we can write a Linux command on Windows computer. Okay, so you don't have to install Ubuntu or other Linux distros. Okay, this is good enough for you to achieve anything you want on your Windows computer. Great. And now I will teach you the basic commands. Even after this lesson, please, I want you to follow this material step by step. Current working directory, it says. Okay, what does that mean, current working directly? I want to ask you, where am I now here on the graphical user interface? Tell me, where am I? I need
desktop.
Yes, I am on the desktop. So this is now, if I click now, this is my working directory. But as I told you, at some point you may not need, you may not be on graphical user interface. Instead, you may need to work on the terminal, something like this. Now I'm using Git bash. So let's see pwd. So as you can see, this is where I am right now. This path, we call it this path, is where we are right now. Yeah, that's where we are actually. And then maybe I can do ls. ls means a list. We are trying to list or see what we have in here. So let's see. As you can see, I have these things there. Okay, but I don't want to be here. I want to go to the desktop because I want to work on the desktop, so it's easy. So I can go to the desktop again, cd, and then you put the destination you want to go. For instance, now D, and then you can click. Actually, you can press tab, and maybe I have to add E again. Then tab. Okay, as you can see now, the tab finishes the remaining. Now I'm now in the desktop. I'm about to go to desktop. Yeah. So now let me just try ls. As you can see, ls shows everything you have on the desktop. Is it clear so far, guys? Maybe I have to see because I have to listen to. Let's say something, guys. And we'll have a break soon. Oh, okay, great. So I think it seems everything is going very well. Maybe sometimes.
Yeah, sorry about cutting you off. One area I would appreciate is if you can have like a cheat sheet which uh, talks about like few of the frequently used bash scripts. No, sorry, Linux commands. It would definitely help every one of us.
Yes.
Like few comments.
Yes. Yes.
Perfect.
I will prepare a cheat sheet, but you can also have this, but I will simplify from this. I will make a cheat sheet. By the way, this is a kind of a cheat sheet. There's no many commands. Even we don't have really like there are, but that is actually a very good point. Yes. LS and then LA actually give us a detail of the available files and directories, as you can see. When was it created? And also this, what is this? A different access level and the user. So you can see detail of the file using ls and la. So as you can see now, I just used ls, and you can, oh, where was I? Ls, but I used already l. Okay, whatsoever, doesn't matter. I can just keep on from here. Okay, now we are in the desktop. So let's create some folder on the desktop. Now we see how to create a directory. MK, that means make. Dir, that means make directory. And it's actually, I can call it 10 days of, I'm just git and 10 days of git is just good enough, okay? Yeah. Then if I try to check if it is there or not, ls again, do we have it already or not? Who see it first? Yes, we had it. Yeah. Now let's get into that folder, cd 10 days. By click, you can click the, or you can press the tab. Yeah, and now I'm there. Let me check ls, because it's an empty file, you know, guys. If we go to the 10 days of git, it's an empty file. You don't have. Yeah, it's like doing cd and going to the file is actually, it means opening the file and checking. It's almost the same as like that. Great. Now let's create a file inside, or maybe we can create also different 10 days of git, right? We're talking about 10 days. We can also create many folders inside. Make dir. Of course, we can start from the first day, day 1, another folder. Yeah. Okay. So let's check ls. Now we have a folder inside 10 days of git. This 10 days of git is a folder that allow us, or that we use to store different files of the 10 days of a GitHub challenge. Okay, now I want to get into day 1 and then create a file. By the way, why I use this instead of going here and creating a file whatsoever you want? It's possible. Yeah, but now we are learning just how to use the git bash or the terminal and to do task. Okay, now let's create files. How do we create files? It could be touch. We use the touch. Touch is creating a file, okay? We can say touch. I may say first day.txt. txt. And now let's check. Do we have file? Yes, we have a file. What's the name of the file? first. I should have said it first today, but it's okay. How do we open actually the file? Can we open the file? Yes, we can say nano and then just write first and then tab. Then you see something like this. Again, you can't use the mouse here, but you're right. This is going to be the first day of Git and GitHub challenge. Yeah, then it's enough for instance. As you can see at the bottom, you have an instruction. Yeah, Control G means help, to get help. Let's see, Control G. Yeah, information, lots of information, and to refresh and to close, Control X. Now I'm back. Now I have to save it. How do I save this? Yeah, let's exit this. When we try to exit, it asks us to save it. Control X again. Yeah, save a modify buffer. Yes, no. I just write capital Y or just Y. What? Control X. Actually, Control X and then Y. It's nano first. I think I have some error. No such a file or directory. Wow. Nano first. Yeah, I think it's saved as you can see. So again, what you should do, Control X. It was not. Okay, let's open it again. Nano and first. And we can write more and let's put this. This is the second line. Line of the file. Okay. And then Control X. Cat, I don't know what that means. Cat means to see if something is written or not. Cat first. Yeah, but it's written anyway. So we are saving it as you can see. Yeah, I think we have to have a pause. We've been, it has been running for some time. Let's have a 15 minutes break for, yeah, and we will come back. Just get a cup of coffee or water or whatsoever. And then I will see you after 15 minutes. Welcome back, everybody. And so far, we just learned very basic commands that you may use on daily basis. We may not need them all the time, but once in a while they can, and so we need them. So let's add maybe additional line over here. This is the third line, and I may just say Control X and then enter. Yes, enter. For some reason, online search you, but the cat is actually the way to read. So you just give the file name. So what is the file name? First. As you can see, we've been writing, yeah? So now we know how to create a folder, how to create files, and how to write on the file, and how to read what we have on a file. How about if we want to create many folders in this? Let's see how many folders we have so far already. CD, ... When we want to go out from the folder, now we are at day 1. So I want to go out and go to here. So we use these two dot. As you can see, it took me to the main directory. And let me see what I have here. As you can see, we have one folder, day 1. But maybe if I'm lazy and if I want to create many folders at once, day 1, it's already there. So day 2, day 3, day 4. Oh, so that means, as you can see, it's possible to create many folders at once. What? Oh, I made a typo. What's the
directory?
Yes. So how do, as you can see, I can use the up arrow, and then I just go like using the left arrow. I can go to the left and fix there, and then just there, enter. Now let me check what I have. As you can see, how many directories do you have now?
3 more.
Totally, we have 4 directories. As you can see, day 1, day 2, day 3, and day 4. Great. And if you go to day 1, we had file, right? CD, day 1. And if I check, as you can see, I have some file over here. But if I just want to go out from day 1, I can do this. And again, I want to go to day 2. It's like, you know, a nice person visiting everyone. So let's go and check here. And let's check if we have something in day 2 ls. Nothing. So we can add file in here. So you tell me, how can I create a file? Touch. And then I can call it second file, second.txt. I just do ls now. As you can see, there's a file. And how do we open it? Nano. And then you just call by second. Then I just love using this command line. And sometimes it seems difficult, but actually it makes you more productive. Yeah. At the first time when you see this seems like very difficult and also like tiresome, but actually we created like 3, 4, or 5 folders just in one go, and it makes you very productive. So as you can see, you don't have to remember the commands. Now, as you can see, just when you try to exit from this black screen, it asks you, do you want to save it or not? So Control X. Then yes or cancel. If I just cancel it, it will not be saved. No is also. So I just write Y and then enter. For some reason, error, something happening. I'm not sure why, but let's see if we manage to write that. Cat and nano. No. The file name second.txt. Yeah, as you can see, we wrote something over there. So by now you know how to write and open. Because I can't remember everything, it's also good to follow the material. Where are we currently? Remember everything I'm showing you. You can read them step by step. Making directory we saw, list files in directories, we have seen it already. And then here, as you can see, day 2, day 3, making different directory or many directories at once. And yeah, and then listing them. Detail list, as I have shown you already, I may just make this a bit like this. ls just shows you something not detailed. I can go out and I'm in 10 days of Git, and if I say ls, LA just show me detailed view. So these are actually hidden files, and these are the directories, as you can see. Creating a file, we have created a file, and opening a file, we have been opening a file, and we managed to save also, as you can see. And now opening a file to read, we have used the cat command to read, yeah. And then let's see, actually I can keep this in different, okay, I can keep it something like this. Okay, where was I? Copy file. So copying is good, yeah. So for instance, let's have a day one backup text from day one text. I see. Now we cd, I can go to day one, yeah. And then if I just check, I have this. I want to have a backup of this file. And how can I do? Actually, we can see CEP, like it's like a copy, and then the name of the file first, and then I just give another name for that. First backup.txt. Let's see. That means I'm just copying. I'm copying another version of this. This and this are the same. Now, if you check ls, we have two files. And let's open the the backup or the copy. Cat first backup. As you can see, this is going to be the first day of GitHub challenge, and this is the second line of the file. This is the third line of the file. Okay, anyway, so do you remember this text? Yeah, so we copied this from this one. Now this file and this file do have the same content because it's a copied version, yeah? Okay, great. Is it clear copying? Yeah, you just use the CP. We can make also another extra copy. Maybe we can modify this a bit. For instance, I can open a copy, maybe nano, and then backup first, backup, and now I can add, oh no, so I have to use this. This is the modified version of the file. I want to put it in Word. What is this? I want to put it in a very secret place. No, there's no secret anyway. Just Control X and then Y. Okay, let's see ls. Yeah, as you can see, it's there. And cat first backup. Yeah, as you can see, it's modified. Now I want to store the modified version. Copy first. Yeah, very special. Oh, very secret info. It seems that you are just telling everyone to go to that file. Anyway, yeah, ls. Now we have three files. First, I had this, and then I had a backup of this. I modified this one and saved it as a different file. Now this file and this file actually do have the same content anyway. Yeah, okay, great. Oh, by the way, this is easy on the graphical user interface, or using the command prompt is also not very difficult. Renaming a file. So sometimes we want to rename a file. So how do we rename files? For instance, in this example, now let's rename the day to text to second day text using the move command. So actually what we said, move, and then we have the old name, then we give a new name. Actually, I want to change, instead of first text, first day text, I would say it. So move first text, and then I call it first day.txt. Or Yeah. Now, if you just ls, now we don't have the first text instead first day. We renamed it. Yeah. We don't have any more first because it's renamed. It has been renamed. Great. Let's rename directory 10 to directory to day 10. Yeah, actually it's the same as renaming the file. As you can see, move day 10 from instead of number. I have used this one. Yeah, let's for instance, we don't have, let's go cd. I have to go out, ls. I have day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4. Let's try to rename day 1. I can say move day 1 to maybe day 1. As you can see, now if you see, yeah, it's not anymore in number. I renamed this to something like this. Yeah, even this is easy for you guys to change it using the graphical user interface. You go right click and rename. We've been doing that. Now moving file and directory. Actually, you can move files and directory from one place to another. Guys, is it going well? Just let me see if things are going well. Just type 1 for me if everything is going smooth and clear. And if you are enjoying your time, just type 1 for me. Yeah. Yeah, can you please, that's the way I can interact with you guys. Yeah, that's activation for me because some people might be sneaking or sleeping or no one knows because I don't see your face now. So this is another way for me to activate the group. So please type 1 for me and then I know that you are with me. Everybody, I can see 12 people and I need 12 ones, yeah? So I should see your own one, no someone else. I can see just only Adunya, Iyasu, Derek, and maybe you, are the only awakened people so far I see. Yeah, if I don't see your one, so I'm not sure if you are awake or not. So just type and do what I am asking you to do. Please type 1 for me. If not, I will not move to the next topic. Thank you. Yes. Yes. Everybody, can you help me typing 1 if you understand it or not whatsoever? It doesn't really matter. I want you to write 1. Yes. Yes, sometimes I'm a stubborn. I want you to write, and that's how I know if you're around or not. Okay, great. Yes, but guys, whenever I ask this, please just write 1 as fast as possible because I do this every time. It's not just now, and it's my way of activation. And yeah, okay. Now let's do the moving a file and the directory. Okay, the move and copy command can be used to put files into a directory. The CP moves the copy of the file or the folder to another folder. However, just move it without copying. Yeah, this moves without copying. Let's move the data. Without copying means just move it. Okay, then let's see, for instance, if you see now, we have this day 1 text, and if we wanted to move it to day 1 folder, then after we will not have. Now, what does that mean? Okay, let's create some file here. Touch, and I made day text file, or what's the name of second day txt. Okay, I'm creating this and I have to open it. Nano second day. This is the second file. This is the second day file. Okay, this is enough just to then copy X and then Y. It's saved just to see cat nano. What am I writing? That cat the second file, and as you can see, we have some text there. So we wrote on the second day text. And the plan is actually, I will show you this. I want to move this text or this file to day 2. Yeah. How do we do that? We use the move command and then second day, and then the name of the directory day 2. Yeah. If you don't see anything, if you don't see any error here, that means everything is going well. So now I want to go to day 2, cd day 2, and then ls. As you can see, second day text has been moved to day 2. That's great. So we moved the file. Oh yeah. I think I saw a view. Can we copy it? Yeah, you can copy it also. But you can also move. If you are copy, you will have the duplicate or that version. But if you move, you are moving something, okay, from one place to another. Yeah, so we have seen that. We have moving multiple files actually. How do we do multiple files? As you can see, but in our case, we don't have multiple files. But imagine let's have many files. As you can see here, day 1 backup text, day 2 backup text. What's the difference? Day 1, day 2, and day 3. And we are moving all this to the backups. Maybe I can try that. For instance, I can go to here. We are already, if you see, I am in the day. I'm in day 2, and I want to create another backup folder inside. Mkdir backups, the name, ls. Now I want to take these guys to the backups folder. Yeah. So based on this command, I think the T could be optional. Yeah, we can try without backups, and then actually you can just mention the file in second .txt or second day. Yeah. So it's not the directory with. What is that? Second is not a directory. Okay. So maybe I can use the flag. Yeah, as you can see, the flag allows me to just to put all this or the 2 files to this directory. Now, if we go to backups and if I check, I have this. By the way, this doesn't need any smartness or whatsoever. You just get some cheat sheet, or you just learn them, and what you should know is how it works. Okay, don't remember things by heart. In my lesson, at least in my class. Okay, even I don't remember this. I'm now using this cheat sheet, and this is just the basic commands, and once in a while you need them, and when it's need them, you can come here. How to copy a file, Linux. Okay, you come here, and just most probably you ended up Stack Overflow or somewhere, and then you just make use of that. And here, IBM. So they have lots of things. What you should know, how to search it. Yeah. I want you to learn how to solve your problem. Don't learn things by heart, by remembering, okay? Yeah. Delete the file and the directory. We're okay. Now let's go back somewhere, CD, and start deleting. See again, CD, I'm going now ls. As you can see, I have a couple of folders we didn't use day 4, and let's remove dir and then day 3, or maybe I can remove day 3 and then enter. Let's ls. Day 3 is not there anymore. And again, remove dir, remove dir and day 4 and then ls. It's not there. We are left with day 2 and day 1. Okay, I'm not also interested in day 2. Remove dir and day 2. Now it may not work. As you can see, failed to remove day 2 directory because it's not empty, because it has file. Now I will show you, you can forcefully remove it. Remove dir, and then you can use the F flag and then day. Actually, remove rf and then day 2. Oh yeah, guys, you should be really careful whenever you use such a kind of, you will never get it in a recycle bin, okay? Yeah, you're completely removing, especially this is just destroy your folder whatsoever inside without any warning or whatsoever. It just destroys everything. Now, what's left?
Is this shredding the trash or just dropping?
What did you say?
Is it the RF? Is it shredding the file or just deleting the file?
Deleting the file.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, we deleted, we destroyed it already. So don't use this remove RF because it removes and you will not get it anywhere. So it's not anymore in our computer.
Yeah, I've okay. I was just checking if it is shredding even while it's deleting. Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Okay, so what's next? Let's see what we have. As you can see, we're left with day 1. We saw a couple of the files removing, but we didn't see how to remove also files. So I have to go CD and day 1, and then I have to check what I have. How about removing a file? Just you can say remove and then the name of the file. This very secret info sounds very suspicious, and then let's just remove it. ls, now we don't have it. Okay, great. Can we remove multiple? I think we can remove also, remove and then just call them one by one. Backup and the first day. Yeah, one by one, as you can see, I have removed them. Oh yeah, congratulations guys. These are just the basics you need to get started. Git and GitHub, the reason why we have to learn these basic commands, because we will use them when we are dealing with Git and GitHub. So again, now we have to have a kind of a pause or a break before we start to GitHub. But if you don't have a GitHub account, please visit the GitHub website and create a GitHub account in the meantime. And let's have a 10 minutes break. Now I will not take any kind of question because I have to give a break for myself too. Yeah, see you soon after 10 minutes. I believe everybody's around. I hope you had a great time learning the basic command lines. What we have learned is not everything about Linux or command lines, but these are a few command lines you may use once in a while, but they are very, very important. Okay, now these commands, the commands we have covered are very important to work on GitHub. So I will take you to GitHub. I think by now you should know my account. This account, as you can see, I have a profile picture like other thing. Here is my name and this is my username. As you can see, when someone asks you, if someone asks you to send your GitHub account, this is what you do. Control-C, you copy and share to anyone you want. For instance, I'm sharing with you this my account. Yeah, great. As you can see, what you see here is just my activities. Have you seen this green? I love when I see greens. These are the days I was working and commuting code to this website. So this website is actually a place where you can store your code, your project. So as you can see, I have 225 repos, projects. If you click, I can see all of them. Yeah, some of them might be private, yes, but yeah, so you can search some of the, for instance, this is a website I built just this weekend or something, and then if I click over here, it just take me to the code, and you can see the different code. If I just go, for instance, you can see different files, as you can see, React. Yeah, so this project is actually have both front end and back end, and I deployed it on Heroku. And if you click over here, now you can see this is the page I just developed to allow my the followers to write about their experience following me and using my resources. Yeah, so as you have seen that, GitHub is almost everything. So it allows you also for continuous development. You get it, you push it to GitHub and it will be deployed on the server. All these things might be very full of jargons, but I have to say it. I don't have any better way to say. So now this is a way to search. I can say 30. And as you can see, 30 days of React, 30 days of Python, and 30 days of JavaScript. It's not only on my profile. Whenever you go to someone's profile, this is how you do, okay? Just you check, for instance, if you just share with me, do you know what I do the first time? I just go or jump into your account and see your activity. And if I see just gray, that means you haven't been coding for ages, yeah? But this at least shows that once in a while I was coding. By the way, it shows when, at what time of the day you've been coding, yeah? If you make it public. Of course, when you create a repository, you can make it public or private. Yeah, as you can see, you can edit your profile. It's so easy to do that. You can put information over there, but I don't do any kind of changes. And these are the people who are following me. As you can see, there are quite a lot of people. And these are the people I'm following. I think there are a few. These are the projects I love the most. If you check them, I'm interested more of in machine learning and something. You may see, of course, React and JavaScript, clean code, whatsoever, machine learning for beginners, Python mini projects, whatsoever. Most of the things are related to machine learning and whatsoever. Okay, now let's create our first repo. Have you seen this class? It's so easy to create, right? You just click it here. Okay, so easy. Then you can give the name. I can call it Git lesson. Oh, I have already there. Git lesson, I can identify it. I differentiate it by August. So I can just put August. Yeah, and 2021. Great. So this is going to be the name of the project, or you can call it also repository. The word is it's a bit hard, but anyway, Git repository. You can make it public or private. Yeah, let's make public. We are public people, aren't we? So just do that. Oh yeah, this is how we create repositories. So this gives you some code how to connect this website with your local machine. Okay, great. Then let's create a folder using this. Now, can I make a GitHub? Maybe it's you can create that later on your desktop. So please, you will do that on your desktop. Okay, it's not if you can, yes, but you just follow me in what I do, and you can also follow the video. Okay, now cd. I want to go to just on the desktop, and let's create a folder, make dir, and I call it lesson. I think Python, maybe Git lesson. Yeah, I'm creating. So I can also create a file there, touch, and first .txt. I can open it. Nano. First, I can write happy to be here, teaching you. This is good enough. And then Control X. Yeah, and now to see if there's written text first. Yeah, we have there. Now let's start GitHub. Okay, I mean Git. How do you do the Git? Git init. What does that this command means? Okay. Oh, sorry guys. By the way, I was not creating this file in the Git lesson. I was somewhere else. I created it somewhere else. So I have to remove that. Remove the file first text. And I have to go to the Git lesson again, but I have to create it here. Now touch text. And then again, nano first. So happy. That's good enough. And then enter. Yeah, I think first we have it there. As you can see, I'm so happy. Now, I mean, the Git lesson, you can call it this whatever name or the project name. Now let's write git init. That means, what does that git init means? Actually, we are initializing our project with Git. Then Git will track of any changes. Tracking of any changes. When there is a change, we can make a snapshot of that file. That means we can save a backup, a copy of the file. Then whenever we need, we can track that Git. But before that, let's see Git status. To check this, yeah, it says that no, it's not a Git repo. It says not a Git repository. And then Git init. Yeah, now it's initialized. Then if you say Git status, yeah, there is a file, but this file is not yet tracked. So I may do git add and then the name first. And then if you do git status, it's green. That means it's about to be saved. But if you change your mind and if you don't like to save it, actually you can say, that means cancel. Actually, if you want to cancel it, if you don't want to really save it, you can say git remove. You can follow this command. It's giving you already. And then as you can see, and then cache. And then the name of the file. What is the name of the file? And if you just do git status, Yeah, again, red, because it's not about to be saved. It's not yet in the staging area. So I can do again, git add first. And if you check git status. Now, even still, if you change your mind and if you don't like to save or have a backup of this file, you can go back or unstage. Now we are about to, because commit is so confusing. I was teaching to many people, and when they hear the word commit, they don't like it. But some of you might not also like it. So I want you to associate commit with save. Commit with a message, and the message is going to be first commit or first batch or the first version. Now, first version maybe. Okay. Yes, now we have committed it, and if you just git status, it's done. Now it's time to connect my computer, my machine, with this remote repo. Actually, we have this line, you can just take this line, copy, but I want to read this for you. Git remote add with the name origin with this repository. That means this one. So we are using this to connect our local machine. So I can copy it here. Everything goes smooth. Then git push new origin master. I'm pushing it to the master. As you can see, it has been pushed. Then if I refresh this one, yes, the file is here and I'm so happy. Guys, as you have mentioned, if I just teach you on and on and on, it would be too much. So we have just started today. I will record everything what we have learned in a different way, and you have also the backup of this, and by Thursday you will learn from the video, and there will be assignment also. Now you have assignment. What's the assignment? Actually, you do what I have been doing on, oh yeah, I can go. Just do it by yourself, this step by step. Yeah. And I want you also to create your own version of a Git lesson. And I want you to push first text. So the same. And I have to see on everyone's folder something, on everyone's repository something. I think today we have to finish here. And we have to get done with Git, basic command and Git and GitHub related things by Thursday. So you will have the video. Then next week, that means Saturday and Sunday, we will start basics of Python. In the meantime, if you have time, please do the pre-test because that will prepare you for next. So now I can stop the recording and we will fix time for next week.